Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSN Denver. It is time for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line for Tuesday, November 23rd. Oh, we're coming off a rough one last night. I told you I like the Avs first period money line, so we needed them to win, not tie. And then what happens? Ottawa scores a goal with like 45 seconds to go in the first period. It's tied 2-2 after one, and we end up losing our best bet. I also told you that I like the Avs puck line, which cashed, and I like the Avs over, which cashed, so hopefully you played those as well. Unfortunately, the best bet, however, did not. We were 45 seconds away from cashing that. I really thought we were going to get there. Unfortunately, we didn't. And yet, here we are yet again, rising and firing once more. Let's talk about what's going on tonight. The Denver Nuggets visiting the Portland Trailblazers this evening. The Nuggets getting 6.5 points as the underdog. The over-under is at 214.5, and the Nuggets are plus 220 to win. Here's how I look at this game. You can't make a bet unless you know what Nikola Jokic is going to do, right? He's questionable with a wrist injury. This is a late start. We won't know until later in the afternoon whether or not he's expected to play. He's likely going to go through warm-ups, and then we will find out and get the ultimate decision here. I think the price of Jokic not playing is actually baked in to the line right now at Blazers minus 6.5. I don't hate a play on that. I think that is actually the play as we sit here right now and tape this early in the afternoon on Tuesday. Some of the Nuggets props aren't out yet either because the books are really waiting to figure out whether or not Nikola Jokic is going to go. So there's no Aaron Gordon props. There's no Will Barton props right now. I think you could look at Jusuf Nurkic and his points and rebounds over 20.5, especially if Jokic doesn't go. I like that a lot. It's juiced a little bit to minus 125 right now, but I think that could be a play, but you got to hope that Jokic doesn't play. I tend to think that he might not, that the Nuggets might hold him out one more game, give him a couple extra days rest because they don't play again until Friday at home against Milwaukee. And then once we know for sure on Jokic, we're going to know for sure on Will Barton and Aaron Gordon. Look at the Will Barton points. If it's at 18.5, I'm going to go over, especially if Jokic is not playing. But again, we're not going to know this, and the books are being really smart here by not putting any of these numbers out. So we're going to have to kind of wait and see what happens. I may jump on Twitter once we know for sure and tell you about the line movement, tell you where I kind of like. But right now I'm leaning Blazers minus 6.5. I think that number probably maybe goes up to 8.5 if Jokic does not play. And then keep an eye on Will Barton and his props total tonight. Again, if it's under 20 points, I'm going to take the over for Will Barton if Jokic is indeed out, because I think he is going to need to be the guy who can score the rock tonight. And the Portland Trailblazers defense isn't all that great. I think the Blazers probably win this game if Jokic is a no-go. But this is part of what's fun about betting, is that you got to wait, and the books are smart. They take all of these things into consideration, so you got to try and be smart too. Hold off on this. Don't hate a play on Blazers minus 6.5, but we'll wait and see what the final word is on Nikola Jokic, and then we'll have a better idea of what might actually happen tonight in Portland. Okay, that is going to do it for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line. We are, as always, brought to you by BetMGM. Place your parlays, props, and futures at the King of Sportsbooks. Download the app today.